Human trafficking is basically it's the buying and selling and moving of people around the world. It's a global issue, and because of globalization today, there's not a country in the world that hasn't been affected by human trafficking. My name is Drew Mellon. I'm the United States Fundraising Coordinator for the Hard Places community, an organization that is currently working in Cambodia to fight the child sex trafficking industry. Hard Places has been around for about 3 years, and my sister Allison Mellon founded the organization. She just felt called more so towards long-term commitment into places that were not only hard to get to for Christians to be in, but also just hard places of the heart, just severely difficult issues like child sex trafficking. The name of our Boys Center is the Punlok Tamai Restoration and Prevention Center. Our staff at the center is mostly Cambodian, because we believe that in order for there to be long-term lasting change in Cambodia, we need the local people to raise up and be able to continue this long into the future. Through our research and research we've done with other organizations, we've found that the amount of boys that are actually being exploited by the sex industry in Cambodia is astronomically higher than we previously thought. We found that boys didn't thrive in the aftercare environments. And so what we decided to do was to start a day center. We had a vision for the Boys Center at the time when we did the walk last year, but we thought it would be well into the fall before we were able to raise enough money to put it into action. It's a 10-mile walkathon, so basically each person that participates, it's just a $15 registration. That gets them a really cool t-shirt and helps us pay to send them a bunch of printed materials that will help them in the fundraising. But each person that walks gets 10 people to give them $1 per mile that they walk. So they should get $10 from 10 people for $100. Last year with Traffick Jam, we were able to raise $77,000, which we considered a huge success for a grassroots organization doing their very first national type fundraiser. We had the doors open for kids to come hang out last summer, just months after the event. And we were able to fund the Boys Center for 10.5 months solely on money from Traffic Jam. This coming year, we're really hoping that we can raise enough to fund it for a full year and also explore possibly starting a day center for girls. So we started our kids club at Wat Phnom. It's a major Buddhist temple in Phnom Penh. It's one of the major places along with the riverfront area to pick up a boy, to buy a boy. So we started our kids club there a couple years back, and we met these two boys, Pan and Na, and they were 4 and 5, and they lived on the streets. Their family was homeless. We found out that this man had been taking them off, and the kids would come back with clothes and toys and things, and they thought, this man just takes interest in our kids, he's buying them things, we're incredibly poor. Found out that he was also taking the 17-year-old brother away as well, and then we realized that they had been taking the kids to stay at a guest house. We learned later on that this man had been sexually exploiting both the 4 and 5-year-old and the 17-year-old. And though we never found this man and don't know what happened to him, we were able to help this family get into some affordable housing every month. And the kids, for the first time, are in school. So we found out that this kind of day center model that we're working with now seems to be really effective with the boys. They can come in during the day and participate in what we have going on and everything. And then as long as it's safe, they can go back to their homes, wherever they stay. Though we are fighting an uphill battle against a continuous darkness, as a Christian organization, we do feel that we have the victory. And through continued support, we can provide a hope and a future for the children in Cambodia. If you'd like to participate in Traffick Jam this year or make a donation to the Hard Places community, you can go to traffickjamasia.com.